Guys, it's Final Success and I'm here back again with another Final Success video. And today I bring you Plague Dr. Donnie, or if I decide the right choice, it may be the Pocky Challenge with Ralph. And yes, that will become a series of all 4 of them if I have enough time to record all 4 during the week. I'm so sorry for not uploading, and by the way, happy early Halloween. I just haven't been uploading because I've been busy with stuff and everything like that, and many issues. I can give you a little bit of info at the end of the video because I don't want to make the intro so long. But anyway, my Instagram, Discord, link server, wattpad, and songs that I use will be in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. We have reached a total of $62. We're very close to $100. Thank you guys so much. That helps out a lot because I'm going to help out a lot of people with that. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys there. Bye. Getting on with the story. So basically, everything was normal. It was like a few days after you have dealt with Mummy Mikey, and everything was normal and stuff like that. Donnie was his typical Donnie. The very next day, before the next day, at exact, not 3, but at least like 2:50, you got knocked out because you were going to you heard something. Since you had your own room at the lair, you heard something downstairs. It was Donnie messing around with quote-unquote experiments. You got knocked out, and next thing you know, you wake up tied down to a table. There was a big light like you were at the dentist and stuff like that, and you saw Donnie. You thought maybe he was tied up too, and you decided to say, Donnie, can you please try to untie me? This is kind of scary. Where are we? He turns around, holding his plague mask, and he said, Oh no, my little dove. We're not both tied up. You're in fact in my lap. Okay, geez, it took me a little bit to get into his voice. Your eyes widened to see it was actually him who tied you down. And you decided to ask, why am I here? And he said, oh, nothing much. You're just here for some experimenting, hun. He chuckled. You kind of shivered, and he said, scared, aren't we? No need to be scared, hun. It's just a few quick experiments. He put his plague mask down, grabbing a needle. He kind of flicked the, needle top, whatever you want to call it. And you tried moving around, and he said, don't worry, darling. This won't hurt a bit. It's just a little bit of blood testing, taking just a teeny little bit, and, putting some experimental potions inside of your body. How's that? We're getting straight to the plot. Because I didn't actually make a beginning for this story since I'm the one who wrote it. You tried kicking and stuff like that. There was no one at the lair. Literally no one. Everyone all of a sudden was just gone. It was just you and him. You guys were at his personal lab or something. Or maybe you guys were at his personal lab. So after he was done with the blood testing and putting whatever sort of goo he just put into your body, you were feeling weak. He didn't take much blood. It's just because the side effects of that goo. You were feeling weak and you finally stopped kicking and stuff like that. He said, finally, you decided to settle down. You're healthy, in fact. Very. And that's good. That means you won't have any negative effects with that thing I just created. You passed out. you were out of the chair and everything like that, well, table, and you felt strong, powerful. Basically, everybody was saying in my Sonic videos, oh, what if listener had powers and everything like that, like a witch's brew or something. So this is what I'm making it happen in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. So you felt good and everything like that. There was this broom in the corner of the room. You decided to test something to just make fun of yourself, and then you just lift your hand out, and then with 2 fingers you point them to you, you know, like, kind of like that. I don't know how to explain. And you were basically like, come to me. And the broom did, but it hit you in the head because you weren't specific on where it was supposed to go. And so, bonk, you got knocked out. Well, not really knocked out, but you got bumped in the head with a broom. And you were like, hold up, that has to be set up. You looked if there were any strings, or where Donatello was, or where his robots was. But no, there was nothing. You looked at a needle sitting down and had a work table. You did the same thing, but you were specific for it to land in your hand, which it did. Time to sip this coffee. Delicious coffee. And then you were like, hold up, that thing that he randomly injected into my body made me powerful. At least I did not mutate or anything like that. You looked in the mirror. Your eyes were different. They were this lavender color. They were different colored eyes too. It was kind of like cotton candy. Please play the game Boba Story. You will find out. They have really good new updates. Not sponsored, by the way. They have something called Leisha Tea, or the Sakura Tea one. I would recommend the Leisha Tea one, and then the Leisha Soda, and then there's the other soda. Put those 2 together, those are the color of your eyes, like cotton candy. But they were, and then you had those like cat eye thingies, the pupils were like cat eyes. You decided to, you kind of took not a razor, you're not gonna hurt yourself. You decided to take something, like some sort of thing that you could hit yourself hard with. You smack it on your wrist. And of course you say, ow, jeez. And then you look in the mirror to look at your pupils. They shrunk. They were straight because you felt pain. And you realized your eyes have to do something with a cat. You have no tail and ears. But you had lots of knowledge. You had strength. You had powers. You just had everything. But anyway, what does this have to do with Plague Dr. Donnie? I know there are some bitches out there that are gonna be like in the comments when they find this in the future, just gonna mock me like, what does this have to do with Plague Dr. Donnie? Well, a lot, to be honest, because he is a plague doctor experimenting on a human. If you have a mutant OC, then he's experimenting more on you or something like that. But anyway, you went to go look for Donnie. Your nails were sharp too. They were kind of like 2 or 1 inch longer. They were sharp. They were already sharp. You didn't even have to sharpen them. You had to go look for Don. He was in the kitchen. He said, "Oh, hon, you're awake. What happened to you? You noticed that Donnie, he's different. He doesn't seem to be in that plague doctor mood thingy and everything like that. He's plague doctor by night." Like Batman. And you said, "What do you mean? Don't you remember what you did?" He said, "What did I do?" You showed the mark on your arm, showing where, like, basically where he put the needle and stuff like that. And he said, I did that. Your eyes, listener. What did I? What? He was so confused. And you said, shh, Donnie, it's okay. All I want to know is, what did you inject into my body? And thank you, in fact. He said, you're welcome. I don't remember what I did. Was it last night? Or was the clock straight to like was it close to 3 a.m.? You nod, and he's like, crap. Was I dressed like a plague doctor? You also nod. And he's like, shit. He just yells that. You flinch a little bit by his yelling, and he says, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. So I did a human experiment on you. I was waiting to do on any either human being that I've never seen since I was stuck in the lair. So I gave you these powers. So you know how April, she already has magic bat or something like that. That was supposed to be for her until we found out she can actually control it. Now you're going to have to learn to control your own powers because I can't reverse the spell. Well, the effect. At least I don't know how to yet. You were like, calm down, Donnie. It's okay. You cupped his face and he blushed. Where are you? Before you kissed him, you said, I'm thankful you gave me these powers. Before, I thought I was such a just worthless weakling and that I can help you guys on missions. But now, I can clearly and probably help just a little more. You kissed him, and he kissed you back. And he was like, well, my pleasure? Question mark? We'll just have to go through a few testings, like, strength, what powers you have, and stuff like that. I don't want you causing trouble, or chaos, let's say. Oh, you're too precious to lose. You're too innocent. He, basically was just holding you by the chin. You blushed, and he said, yeah, I think if I had left my plague doctor self with you just a little longer, I think something might have went down. He smooched your nose and walked away. You were flustered because you know what you meant. And you were like, Donatello! And he says, not my fault. You huffed, basically, and you waited for the clock to strike again. Once again, you saw Plague Dr. Donnie, and you knocked on his lab door and said, Doctor? He said, oh, patient listener. Here. Welcome to my lab. So, how are the little effects to my little potion I gave you last night? You said, you explained the side effects, the effects, and you said, excellent. That's perfect. You're going to become exactly what I thought you'd become. And if you weren't a human, that's what you... Ooh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. That's what you would have been like, listener. He gave you a little kiss on the cheek. Mwah. And continued to work on his potion. Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. And his potions. You went up behind him and wrapped your arms around his waist. And he said, what are you doing? You can stay in the lab, but can't get this close to me. And you just completely ignored whatever he just said and said, what you working on? He blushed because Plague Dr. Donnie has never had this sort of affection before. And he decides to ask, is this the affection you give to Donatello Hamato? You nod. As you hide your face of the crook of his neck, he blushed because he could feel you breathing basically on his neck, whatever. And he said, "You better not do anything sneaky." And you do something sneaky. Just basically just small smooches on his neck, which is not inappropriate. That's just something you would do to your partner. He shivered and he did enjoy your kisses. And he said, that is quite enjoyable. You may continue. And then you decide to just turn him around. But you didn't pin him to the table. You just basically pinned his, you didn't pin his arms, let's say. So you basically just turn him around. His hands were on the table, basically just holding back. And you had your arms open, which were around his. Basically, you guys were really close. Chests touching, and your faces were close. And you said, "Hey, I have to continue working on my before." You kissed him because Plague Dr. Donnie is Plague Dr. Donnie. And why not? We gotta take a sip of this coffee because my throat is going dry. Oh, holy crap. Kissing sounds time. Sexy music in the background, I guess. I would never do that. I am no, hell no. After the kissing, he was flustered. He didn't know what to say or do. He was just out of breath and just stared into your loving eyes and said, maybe I should make a potion for when the clock strikes every 3 a.m., not just Halloween. I'll get to feel those soft lips of yours again. He held you by your chin and kissed you again. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are getting close to 3K subscribers, which is currently my goal. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support and donations. Now, what I was trying to say in the beginning of the video that I didn't want to take up much of the video was that I was going through a really tough time. I know I've said this in like 3 or more videos, but I really am going through a tough time and really do, and I'm not gonna lie, even though I may deny help all the time and everything like that. Ooh, I need deep breaths. All the time when people offer and I'm like, oh no, let's talk about you and stuff like that. I do mean it, but I don't mean it at the same time. How does that make sense? Because I don't want to be selfish. I had a really bad argument and it really hit me deep in the heart. I've been feeling really depressed, negative, empty, suicidal and stuff like that. I've been doing self-harm again, which is bad. It's just my left arm, but I know I'm going to go for my right, and then I'm going to go for my legs, and it's going to start all over again, the cycle. And I don't want that to happen. So if you actually watch my intros and outros and you're seeing this, and I don't want to ask for much, but the only thing I'm asking for is like a roleplay buddy, someone who can keep me busy, who can actually make me happy again. I am taken. I have a person who makes me happy, of course, but like someone. I don't have roleplay buddies anymore. I'm planning on quitting writing scripts and making characters and stuff like that. Ships that I ship with my characters, I'm planning on quitting that by how much I've been getting called selfish and everything like that. There's just 3 things I need, all in one. Or you can leave one out. I just need a roleplay buddy and a nice person who can just talk to me. And I've been looking for this everywhere. Doesn't make sense, but if you can voice act a guy or whatever, can be in your own way. Someone who can voice a character for me, not for a video, but comfort, like Donatello or Shadow, whatever you prefer, because I've been just needing that comfort, not coming from me, but coming from someone else. You know what I mean? But anyway, getting out of that topic, I hope I find someone, and if you're hearing this message, then thank you. I've been needing to get at least half of that off my chest. I only got like 1% of that, but that is okay. Just know that I'm okay and I'm doing fine. But anyway, my Instagram, wattpad, Discord link server, and songs that I use will all be in the description below. So make sure to check the description so you won't have to be looking in the comments. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support and everything in between. Coffee, shout out to Coffee Gang down there, Tea Gang, everything gang. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much. Mwah. Bye.